Louie T. Welcome. You are here in the lab room. I, of course, am your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me on this program. Quick network update. Don't want to keep you here too long. I just want to come and announce the 4th annual In the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. That's right. We're back for a 4th year doing this. And I'm in a drought, man. I'm in a serious drought. I won in year 1 by default. I didn't even win it outright. I haven't won outright yet. So I'm really upset at that. And this year I plan on winning. And it's a really fun tournament that we have here. This in the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. Last year, I want to say we had 14 people involved. $70 was the payout. The year before that, it was 12 people, and the payout was $60. So I'm trying to get it over 100. I've been trying. That's been the goal for the last couple of years. But again, that's going to only happen. That is predicated on you guys out there becoming involved and getting in on the action. And so for those of you who played last year, want to play again, and you're the driving force here, because I was on the fence whether to do this or not again this year, but it's such a low maintenance pool. There's not a lot of work involved on my end because everything is already set up and the ball is already in motion, and all I got to do is kind of just push it down the hill and it'll take care of itself. So it was you guys that kept asking, hey man, are you doing the survivor pool? Are you doing a survivor pool this year? So I said, you know what? It's not that big of a deal on my end. Not that much extra work on my part. So what the hell? Why not? So we're back for the 4th consecutive year doing the In the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. So for those of you who have played in the past, welcome back. Hopefully you'll participate again this season. For those of you who didn't play last year or the year before that, come get some, man. Get a chance. Look, 5 could get you whatever. I mean, you put in $5, you might be able to win $70, $80, $90. Hell, who knows? Maybe people will actually play this year and we'll get up to 100. Whatever the case may be, normally we usually don't veer too far away from that $50 to $70 range. So 5 could get you 50, 5 could get you 60, 5 could get you 70. Why not? So come and join the fun. But again, if you've never been in one of these before, it's really simple, and I'll give you all the directions a little bit later on. And again, I don't want to keep you here longer than I need to, so I'm going to make this as brief and quick as possible. If you've never played in a survivor pool, it's really simple. Here's the rules. You pick a team in each week. So we start with week 1. And let's say, and I'll give you an example, Redskins are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Football. That's the game that you've picked out as the one that you're sure about. You are positive that the Steelers are going to beat the Redskins. There's no doubt in your mind, and you expect that to happen. So you pick the Steelers as your sole survivor pick for week 1, okay? If the Steelers win that game, you, my friend, will move on to week 2, where you will pick another team to win to get you to week 3. Now, here's the kicker. If the Steelers win and you advance to week 2, you can no longer use the Pittsburgh Steelers for the remainder of the survivor pool. That team is out for you. You can't select them any longer. Now, here's another catch. If you lose that game, say the Steelers don't beat the Redskins, you're out. You're done. So it's really simple. You got to find a way to survive and advance. And so all you're looking to do is find the team that gives you the easiest path to the next week. You're just looking to survive. And you got to be very careful with using up all the good teams early, because the further you go on in the survivor pool, the harder it becomes to find teams that can win you a game to get you to the next week. Now, again, don't fool yourself. You can overthink this and say, you know what? I'm not going to use my Patriots. I'm not going to use my Packers yet. I'm not going to use my fill in the blank, Carolina Panthers, whomever is a strong team that year. I'm going to save them. And guess what? You may never even make it to see that team. You may never even make it to week 7 to pick the New England Patriots over the Cleveland Browns. You may not make it that far. So you can't overthink this. You're just looking to get to the next week. That's all you're trying to do in this survivor pool. That's why it's called a survivor pool. It's tougher than you think. Very easy to play, but it's very tough because all it takes is for one team to have a bad week that you're relying on to win, and that's it. So If you want to play in this survivor pool, all you have to do is send me in an email, and all of the instructions are in the show notes, in the description box in this video. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You know I don't mind answering them, but again, everything is pretty much self-explanatory, and it's all in the description box in this video's comment section. So first and last name, I need an email, okay? I need an email from you with your first and last name. And again, you don't have to give me your government name. I'm not asking for that. If your name's Joey and you go by Joe, your name's Michael and you go by Mike, just send me Mike. Okay? I don't need your whole government. I just need your first and last name so I know if you win who I'm sending the money to. That's all I need your name, your real name for. Now, you also need to send me your participation name. So whatever your participating name is, say you're Dre by the Bay. I used to always have a guy that played and his name was Dre by the Bay. That's his participation name. Obviously, that's not his real name, but that's the name that everyone in the pool is going to see. So your participation name is the name that everyone else who's participating in the pool will see. So you need to send me that name as well. Maybe that's the same as your regular name. Maybe you're just one of those guys that, hey man, Lou, and participation name, Lou. Okay, cool, simple. Email address. All of those things need to be in your email, and I need your email address, obviously, so I can communicate with you. So that's where I'm going to basically do all of my communicating with you, and you're going to send me your picks through email, and that's how we will do this. So again, need your email, and the email that you're going to send it to is louietnetwork@gmail.com. That's louietnetwork@gmail.com. Pretty simple. And again, all of these things, all of these instructions are in the description box in the show notes. $5 entry fee. $5 will get you in. You got to do it through PayPal, however, and you're sending it to louietnetwork@gmail.com. So again, pretty simple. Everything's self-explanatory. Send it as a gift. Make sure you don't send it any other way, because then PayPal will say, hey man, let me get a cut of that. If you want to send it without any surcharge, got to send it as a gift. If you do that, it will come to me in the same way you sent it out, which is $5. And so I'll make sure that that rate is flat. Whatever happens, even if somehow, some way PayPal takes 60 cents out of the $5 you send, I will make sure I flatten that rate out, so when you win or whomever wins, they will get the money that they are supposed to get. So just make sure you send the money to the PayPal account. And at the end, whomever wins, to the winner goes the spoils and the pot. And I'm looking to get my hands on that this year. I wasn't able to do it last year. Wasn't able to do that the year before that. There was no money involved the first year. Was no money involved the first year because I put all the money up the first year and nobody won. So by default, I kept the money. But I'm looking to win, man. It's been unfortunate the last couple of years in terms of how I've lost, but I'm looking to make amends this year, and I'm looking to get it done. So for those of you out there who want to play and you have questions that I didn't answer in this video, feel free to ask, whether it's via email, whether it's via the channel, this video, Twitter, @InTheLabRoom, Facebook, In the Lab Room, whatever. You know the drill. Hit me up. I will do my best to explain this in any way, shape, form possible to get you to understand how this all works and to make this possible in this transition and process as seamless as it can be. So again, 2016 4th annual In the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. Money is due, as well as your pick and all the information, entry fee, all of that due by September the 10th. That is a Saturday at basically midnight. So I'm trying to go all the way up until Sunday, where the first week and full slate of games takes place. Not really worried about Thursday, because I don't assume anyone's going to pick the first game of the season right out of the gate as their survivor pick. So I'm not even worried about that. We'll go all the way up until the 10th, which is a Saturday. That's when I'll need your money. So we're talking about 9 days from now. So you've got plenty of time. That's 2 Fridays from now. So if you don't get paid this Friday, you should be getting paid next Friday, one or the other. In any event, if you want to play $5, it's all it will take to get you in, and we'll see what happens from there. So hopefully this reaches all of you well out there, and you're interested and chomping at the bit to get in the 4th annual In the Lab Room Soul Survivor Pool. So we'll see how this works. Hopefully you guys want in. I want you to want in because I want your money. And no, I'm not going to steal it from you. I'm going to win it from you this year. I mean that. Feel confident about that. I think. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down anything and everything in the National Football League. So, any questions, comments, or concerns, you know how to reach me. There's email, louietnetwork@gmail.com. There's Facebook, In the Lab Room is the Facebook page. There's Twitter, @In the Lab Room is the Twitter handle. There's the YouTube channel, Louie T Network. You got countless ways to get at me, so get at me. All right? I will see you next time, and remember, we're changing the game one live feed at a time. I will see you soon with that full 2016 Louie T Network schedule release. See you then. Enjoy the college football. It's back.